Heartbroken dad of Marine Kareem Nikoui killed in Kabul terror attack says Biden turned his back on him. The devastated dad of one of the 13 U.S. troops killed in the Kabul terror attack has blasted Joe Biden for turning his back on his devoted son. Californian carpenter Steve Nikoui was heartbroken when he learned his son Kareem, a young U.S. Marine stationed at the Afghan capital airport, had died during yesterday's attack, and says he blames the president for his death. Marine Kareem Nikoui was killed in the terror attack at Kabul airport. Credit, Facebook. 13 U.S. troops were killed in the blast. Credit, AFP. I haven't gone to bed all night, he told the Daily Beast. I haven't been able to grasp everything that's going on. They sent my son over there as a paper pusher and then had the Taliban outside providing security. I blame my own military leaders. Biden turned his back on him. That's it. 5 other Marines who died in the attack have been identified as Jared Schmitz, Hunter Lopez, 20-year-old David Lee Espinoza, Taylor Hoover, and Rylee McCollum, who was expecting his first child with his wife as he was deployed to Afghanistan in April. Nikoui said Kareem loved what he was doing and had loved what he was doing. He really loved that Marine Corps family, he added. He was devoted, he was going to make a career out of this, and he wanted to go. No hesitation for him to be called to duty. Nikoui said his 20-year-old son sent a video home the day before the attack showing him talking to Afghan children and giving them candy at the Kabul airport. He was born the same year it started, and ended his life with the end of this war, Nikoui said from his home in Norco, California, referring to a war that began in 2001, reports Reuters. I'm really disappointed in the way that the president has handled this, even more so the way the military has handled it. The commanders on the ground should have recognized this threat and addressed it. It comes as the U.S. Navy medic who died terror attack has been identified as it's revealed. He wrote a chilling final Instagram post that said it's kill or be killed. Max Soviak, believed to be in his early 20s, was killed in the explosion, and in a final post, from June 10, Soviak posted a photograph of himself in his fatigues with the caption, "It's kill or be killed, definitely trying to be on the kill side." Soviak graduated from Edison High School in New Jersey, who said he was a good student adding that his death brought great sorrow. His heartbroken sister, Marilyn, paid tribute to her baby brother on Instagram, saying there is a large Maxton-sized hole that will never be filled. What I will say is that my beautiful, intelligent, beat to the sound of his own drum, annoying, charming baby brother was killed yesterday helping to save lives, she wrote. Kids with families that now have holes just like ours. I'm not one for praying, but damn could those kids over there use some right now. My heart is in pieces and I don't think they'll ever fit back right again. 13 U.S. troops and dozens of Afghans were among those killed in the blast at Kabul airport on Thursday. The Pentagon said there was one ISIS suicide bomber, who struck at the Abbey Gate, where desperate Afghans were crowding to try and enter the airport and where U.S. troops were carrying out security checks. Major General Hank Taylor, the Deputy Director for Regional Operations on the Pentagon's Joint Staff, told reporters there was no second explosion at the Barron Hotel near the airport. The suicide bomber reportedly hit people standing in a wastewater canal, sending bodies flying into the water. It's understood he walked into the middle of families waiting in Kabul before blowing himself up. People waiting desperately for a space on a flight out of Afghanistan were seen carrying those who had been wounded to ambulances, their clothes covered in blood. Another 200 people were wounded while 132 were left so maimed by the attack that they're unidentifiable, according to a CNN correspondent in Afghanistan. Other blasts were heard in Kabul hours later, but were believed to be U.S. troops carrying out controlled explosions as they dispensed of weapons. ISIS claimed responsibility for the attack, sharing a picture online of one of the suicide bombers. The attacks marked the deadliest day since 30 Americans, including 22 Navy SEALs, were killed after a Chinook helicopter was shot down by a grenade in Afghanistan in 2011. The blast killed at least 170 people. Credit, AP. Kareem's father has blasted Biden for turning his back on his son. Credit, Splash. U.S. Navy medic Max Soviak, believed to be in his early 20s, was killed in the explosion. Credit, Facebook.